What's up, everybody? This weekend we are going to be at the paint swap meet at Texas Motor Speedway at the Go Power Sports booth, and we're going to be raffling off this brand new Rascal mini bike, powder coated in a gorgeous candy apple red with black fenders and accents. So all the proceeds are going to be going to charity. Raffle tickets are $5 a piece. You can buy them in person at the swap meet or online at the first link in the video description. We're going to be putting this thing together this week, and a lucky winner is going to get to take it home. So sit back, relax, enjoy today's video, and come on out to the paint swap meet this weekend.
What's going on, guys? It's Isaac.
And John.
It just don't feel right with me saying it first, but it'll be fine. We have this 5 horsepower Briggs that is stuck. We are going to take the generator part off, and we are going to try to get this thing running because we've got a mini bike we want to put this engine on.
What's special about this Briggs, man?
This engine is special because it came with the shop when John bought the property. It is stuck. We don't know any history on it. For all we know, it could have 1 million hours on it. We don't know. But in this episode, we are going to get it running, and if we have enough time, we might even actually put it on something. So let's get to taking this thing apart.
Sounds good. Yeah, I have no idea what could be going on with it. It was sitting on the floor in a very, very damp area.
Yeah.
For who knows how long.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
So we're going to take the generator part off in order to get it downstairs, just so it's a little bit lighter.
How much do you think this thing weighs?
40 pounds?
No. I was thinking like 80.
Oh, okay.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't know.
Anyhow.
I don't know the scale.
It's too heavy to go down these stairs. How we got it up the stairs, I'm not exactly sure. So we are up here in the cold trying to get this thing apart so we can get it downstairs safely.
We've had good luck with converting generator engines to go-kart engines in the past, but it did require machining down the crankshaft. So I can only assume that we're going to have a similar situation here.
Well, if that's the case, we have a crankshaft right over there.
Oh, that's very true. I think a generator engine is a good solid alternative to a go-kart engine, because usually they live easier lives than your standard go-kart engine.
Well, and I think they're usually industrial, like steel sleeves and stuff like that, because they're supposed to last longer, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Oh man, it's got plugs on the side of it.
Yeah, it's a generator, man.
I've never seen a style like that. It's always been the new stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Let me see. I'm going to say this is a 1974 model, because the serial number ends in 74.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it is old.
Yeah, it's older than me. I think I'm going to have to get a screwdriver to separate this thing. Yeah, I'll be right back. Screwdriver. Oh, I got some movement. The generator might be the one corroded up. I can turn it. It's not going apart. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part off, and I might have to take some other things apart.
Sounds good.
Alright. Tilt this thing up, and... oh.
Hey.
Look at that. That is cool. Is it in my beard? Probably so.
I don't see it.
Okay.
You good? Taking the spark plug out.
Throwing some lube in it.
Engine's turning. Doesn't sound all that free, man.
Is there a bend in the cover? I wonder if it's a rusty flywheel hitting the coil.
Oh, that's probably it. You want to yank these guys?
No, I want to get this thing apart first. This generator part.
At least
And
it's
look at
free.
it. Yeah. All right, it's free. Look at that.
Sweet. So it's spinning independent of the crankshaft?
Absolutely.
Nice. And there we have a weird shaft.
Yeah, but who cares if that's weird as long as that
Is 3/4.
I think that's the smaller one. 0.78.
So it's almost 3/4.
Man, are we gonna have nothing that fits this thing?
Let's try a 3/4 clutch.
So we found out that the crankshaft is a unusual size, which we kind of figured. We didn't go into this 100% blind. So we have options. We can have it turned down, or we can get a grinder on it while it's running and we can turn it down the Cars and Cameras way. Janky. Or we can swap the crankshaft. So let's just try to get it running and see how well it runs first, and then we'll decide.
Sounds like a plan.
Ta-da! Starting to look like a normal Briggs.
Hey, how's that for a oh, not rubber mounted engine, but just
Spring-mounted engine.
yeah.
Put this on the bike.
Yeah.
So this air filter is gonna be in really bad shape. Wow, it looks brand new in there.
In the fuel tank?
No, in the carburetor.
Nice.
Check out the filter.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to run this thing with this filter.
because it'll all end up in the engine.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
It really is.
Yeah, it feels like you know that stuff at the florist. Sometimes they soak it with water and then they stick flowers in it. It's green and
Yeah, that's exactly,
that's exactly what that
like.
feels like.
All right. So it's held open with because the governor. So it says that this thing's going to run at like 3,600 RPM. Oh, that's the governor adjustment right there.
Oh, it's threaded with a nut. Yep.
Yep. So we can turn it down, I'm thinking.
Inside of the carburetor looks awesome. Inside of the fuel tank looks pretty terrible. Oh man, you got one of those spray tans. Nasty. All right, man, give us the lowdown. What's been happening?
What's been happening is no spark, so I was just guessing that maybe we have a bad coil. I mean, it is a 70s vintage engine, and I was just going through our stuff and I found a Tillotson coil
From Go Power Sports?
from GoPowersports.com.
Nice.
It bolts right up,
Isn't that crazy, dude?
and it appears to be the right size flywheel, and I spun it over and we now have spark. So I'm going to get rid of this old coil, which requires points, and just go with this coil here, and I'm hoping everything's going to be great. It's going to run and everything.
Cool. So the new one does not require points?
No. The thing I did back in the day, back in the 80s, whenever I was riding go-karts, I'd get these old engines just like this one right here with points. All you have to do is get you a newer model Briggs 5-horse, and you cut this wire holding this old points, cut it, and you put a brand new coil in it, which doesn't require points. You don't have to remove the flywheel or anything. You just cut the wire, put a new coil on it, and bam, you got a points-free Briggs 5-horse.
And you know what is a great idea? Coming up on our brand new podcast, At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras, we're going to be doing a deep dive on all of Ike's wild stories from back in the day with Briggs and Stratton engines on his go-karts. Sound good?
All right.
Because, I mean, you used to do all kinds of little tricks. You know, put the smaller flywheel on them.
3.5 horse flywheel on there.
Shave the eyebrows in the head.
Shave the head, all that stuff. Yeah. I
So
got
coming up on the
a
podcast,
few things.
dirt cheap Briggs mods from Ike's childhood.
Briggs mods that no one use anymore because they all go to the Honda clones.
Exactly. Hey, but I'm all down for a classic.
I've waited too long to divulge my secrets.
Now they're irrelevant.
No one around to listen to them anymore.
Anyway, so subscribe to our podcast channel and keep a lookout for our live shows here on Cars and Cameras.
All right, dude. Say goodbye to this coil.
Let's hope we don't need it.
Yeah, because I just cut the wire. Come on, Billy. There we go. Every 5-horse Briggs I've ever fooled with had a little washer sitting right there on the flywheel. In between this and the flywheel, and guess what? It's not there. So, someone's been here and they left the washer out.
It'll be fine.
I hope so.
Gonna find out, huh?
Gonna find out. Alright. Check out this spark, buddy. Look at that. We have spark. Gotta spin it over to see the spark, though. Maybe I have to go a little bit closer with
The gap.
the gap.
All right, so we're gonna see if this Briggs is gonna run. We're gonna spin it over with a drill, hit it with a little bit of starting fluid.
Yep.
See what we got.
Yep. I'm trying that idle. Man, I kind of feel like can you put that camera down and hold this engine?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, we'll just have to resort to this.
A little starting fluid.
A little starting fluid.
So,
Yep.
is that like detonation or something?
No. It's acting like it's too far advanced,
Yeah.
the timing.
So basically, like
So if we retard the timing with like a key or something, then it might be okay. I can try to put it in place
too far advanced, meaning it's firing.
before top dead center. So as the piston's coming up,
It's trying to shoot it
it's
backwards.
firing and it's trying to shoot it backwards.
Okay.
So the thing to do is to get an offset key.
Yep. You got a timing key for it.
Yeah. So we can make one. They sell them.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just set the flywheel where you want it and you tighten the dog out of it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's tapered.
Yeah.
But it still has a chance of, eventually working loose.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you literally are just spinning the crankshaft on that shaft. And that's advancing or retarding the timing.
Huh?
And then you get a key.
What?
By changing the position of the flywheel on that shaft.
Changing the position of the flywheel on the shaft changes the ignition timing.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yes. So you can do it with the key, or, which they don't have it on this one, you move the coil
You got a
backwards and
slotted
forwards.
coil
Yeah.
mount or something.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of neat too.
Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, it acts like it's way off, way out of time. So that coil
It's probably
is
you
probably
probably don't want to use a Tillotson 212 coil on your Briggs.
I don't know. We don't know yet.
It could be something else, I reckon, but
Could be. We can try some gasoline in there because this might have a lot more pop to it than gasoline.
okay.
So the gasoline might not be an
It
issue.
might calm it down.
Yeah.
I see. That's something.
Yeah.
You see it leaking out underneath?
It'll be all right. Grab hold. You ready? Alright. Advance could be good for performance.
Right, but it seems like we got too far advanced.
Don't know until we really try it.
Right. So right now we need 110 octane.
Right now we need a carburetor. So
This one's not picking up fuel.
this one's not picking up any fuel. And I'm not surprised. The diaphragm is probably bad. Or the pickup. Because remember all the trash that was in the carburetor?
Yeah. Or in the fuel tank.
Or fuel tank, sorry.
Yep. I mean, it looks largely unmolested. I mean, usually these Phillips screws are all jacked up.
Yeah. This is probably the carburetor's probably never been touched. There's just not enough hours on it. You know how these shafts are like worn out and
That
moving
one
around?
feels pretty good.
This is solid, dude.
Yep.
I messed up.
How's that?
The kickback
When we were spinning it over,
sheared the
shear the
the
timing
key.
key, huh?
Yep,
Now those keys are designed to shear,
they are.
so you don't mess anything else up.
I'm wondering if this whole ordeal
Is because we have a sheared key?
can
Yeah, you need to hold on here.
Yeah.
Because when
Yeah.
you shear that key, all your timing goes to the wind.
Yep. So we went on Facebook Marketplace and we actually found someone within 8 minutes of here selling, Briggs parts. So I just misplaced. Anyhow, brand new coil in the package for Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs and Stratton brand too, right?
Briggs and Stratton brand. I can't even talk right now. So I'm hoping we're going to put this on and everything's going to be hunky-dory.
Me too.
Oh yeah, he hooked us up with a key too. Another thing he hooked us up with is this engine was missing its washer that we needed for this flywheel. And he had one in a box and he hooked us up.
So you just put the key in the
Put the key right there.
crankshaft.
Yep. And then you put the flywheel on.
And you can actually buy like timing keys for these, and they're just like offset a little bit.
Offset keys, it'll allow you to advance or retard the timing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Look at that. Awesome.
Keep your fingers crossed, man.
Yeah, buddy. Here we go.
Look at that, man.
That runs pretty good.
Yeah, no smoke or anything, dude. Dude, it's pulling gas? You gotta be kidding me. That is awesome.
It works! It runs! And yes, I know the cover is not on it. It can cause it to overheat. We're not going to run it that long. Yeah, isn't that
Nice
cool?
cutoff switch. That is awesome.
That's amazing.
The carburetor works and everything. What do you say we change the oil, man?
We change the oil now. We'll change the oil right now.
Yeah, well, it's nice and hot.
I'll get the cover on it and all that stuff, and then we'll see about
It's going to be ready for action.
working on the mini bike.
Sounds good.
It's pretty gross.
Who knows how old that is, man?
Pretty old. I mean, it was in your shop when you bought the place, and the motor was stuck.
And this shop looked like it hadn't been used in at least 10 years.
At least. It was full of oil. I bet you this. Well, no, I can't bet. I can't bet that it was maintained because it was a generator. Heck, generators are probably abused more than anything else. Oil change wise.
Who knows, yeah.
But generator ain't gonna sit there holding 6-8 grand
Yeah, it's what?
going around the yard at 60 miles per hour.
It's 3,600, right?
Yes, it's something like that.
So it lived a pretty easy life.
Yeah, I think didn't it say something like 3,600 on the
Yep.
somewhere? So
Not
yeah,
bad.
so most of its life was either sitting or 3,600 RPM.
Ike's working on installing one of our wind deflectors to help with cooling. And I thought I would point this out. So we have this, what is this, a 3.5 horse?
3.5.
3.5 horse Briggs parts engine, which we might get it running sometime. But check out the way the governor works. The wind builds up with engine RPM to a point where it pushes this flap, and that's what pushes the throttle back. So, am I correct in saying there's no internal governor? Like, this is literally the governor right here?
That's the governor.
That is crazy.
John is amazed, guys.
I mean, it's just cool.
So the wind is supposed to hit this and then it shoots through these fins. If you don't have this, the air just kind of,
You're not cooling the top of the head.
yeah.
Cool.
You gotta make sure that is hooked up. Read instructions on block before starting engine. Book. I'm sorry. I'm like, block? Book. Yeah, crankcase oil, summer. Yeah, it gives you the summer and the winter oil. Clean and re-oil air cleaner element regularly. Briggs and Stratton Corporation, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA. Awesome.
Nice.
All right, so we went to the store and we got some Castrol GTX engine oil, and being that this is a flat tappet camshaft and they took all the zinc out of the oil, we got some ZDDP additive that we're going to be adding to every single engine we mess with from now on.
Ever since that mini bike teardown, man.
We saw that the camshaft was compromised, probably because no ZDDP, no zinc. So we got to figure out the ratio to go with this thing. I'm
That's
thinking
right.
this thing holds like a half a quart to 3/4 of a quart.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll add the oil first, and I don't mind adding a little bit extra, a little over full, because we like to turn a lot of RPMs on our stuff. So
Yes.
yeah, we like to go fast. Add 1 bottle to engine crankcase for every 5.5 quarts of oil. So I kind of measured it out. So every one of those ticks is going to be an oil change on a small engine. So we have like 10 oil changes here for,
Small stuff.
small engines.
Ooh, I don't think I added any of that stuff to my C10 when I put oil in it.
I think you got a roller cam block. I would still like to add it to your C10, but
Okay.
you got a roller cam, so you have less chances of having any problems with like a flat tappet cam would have.
Good to know.
It would not hurt to add it though.
Okay.
So anyhow, so I'm gonna add some ZDDP to this thing. Oh yeah, we got some flow now. Look at that ZDDP. I might have added too much. We are full, sir.
We have fresh engine oil in the 4 or 5 horsepower Briggs. We don't really know which it is. But we're going to introduce you to the frame that this engine is going to go into. We're not going to completely install it and get it going in today's episode because, well, I'm sure we're going to need to order some parts. But, you know, when I opened the shop this afternoon to come in here, this mini bike spoke to me, and it told me its name was Old Blue. And I think it's really fitting.
Sure is.
You can never tell what he's drinking. Never. I have no idea what kind of mini bike this is. Let us know in the comments, but its name is Old Blue.
Man, I should weld this frame up first.
Yeah, we just found out that this frame is
It's broken.
compromised. Hey, go ahead and fire up that welder, man.
Alright.
We'll have this thing in the frame and we'll listen to it talk.
The fitment. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
That was an oversight.
Let me just try this side. Could be.
Needs a custom exhaust, man.
Needs a custom exhaust.
Custom exhaust.
Well, poopy.
Not bad.
Well, we can just take it off. For now.
Cool.
Do that.
Well, we got to get a parts order in, build an exhaust, and we'll have Old Blue, the red, white, and blue mini bike going, man.
Yep. I think it runs fantastic. I really think, okay, that carburetor can't last very long. You know, the little diaphragm in there. The
yeah.
pump.
Well, it's a good thing we got some coming.
Yeah, it's going to fail at any time. I am just amazed at how well this thing runs
Yeah.
for sitting in the corner of your shop.
For who knows how long.
Seized up.
Yeah.
For who knows how long. So, I think it's going to work great on this bike.
I agree. Yeah, dude, this seems like a good one.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the day we find an old Briggs that runs pretty good.
Yeah. So, are you going to want to try to keep this whole setup, or are you thinking Makuni or something?
I would like to try to keep that setup, man.
Really?
Old school.
It is old school.
Well, thanks for tuning into this episode, everybody. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe to Cars and Cameras to catch this 5 horsepower Briggs on Old Blue, the mini bike here. I love a good vintage mini bike build, man.
I do too. My favorite.
We do have some interesting stuff to work out, though, with this crankshaft, being that it's somewhere in between 3/4 and 7/8. We're either going to swap crankshafts or we're going to do some janky stuff and just grind it down with the grinder.
I would not recommend doing it.
Yeah, so stay tuned to Cars and Cameras. Facebook at Cars and Cameras Reviews. Instagram at John_Cars and Cameras for sneak peeks on what we're up to. Visit our website, cars-cameras.com. Pick up some high-quality merchandise. You can find Ike at Isaac It'll Be Fine on YouTube and Instagram.
That's right.
Thanks again for watching, guys. Get yourselves an old generator.
See you next time. Run!
Run!
Run away!
Run!
Oh!
God!
Oh!
Woo! Look at my hands.